Well, hello. Today we are going to do a step-by-step on how to make, this time, a circular maze on Tinkercad. We're going to grab two cylinders, one that is a block and one that is a hole, and we're going to change the size of them. This one we're going to make an 80mm diameter, so that means we're going to want 80 there and 80 there, and there is the first part of your cylinder. I'm just going to move it a little bit more into sight. See how you've got the flat edges there? With Tinkercad, they don't actually do circles, but they do many sided shapes that you can make look very much like a circle. And up here on the right hand side, you'll see at the moment it is 20 sides, and I'm going to take it all the way out to 64 sides, and as you can see, it looks as good as it may as well be a circle. Okay, one next thing, we're going to take the height and we're going to make that 5mm. Okay, with our hole we're going to make it exactly 2mm smaller, so 78 and 78 and 64 sides and 4mm high. Perfect. Okay, now I'm going to separate them and I'm going to keep them over here, and they're going to be my template. So I'm going to copy the first one, Control C, Control V, or as you know, you can use the tabs up the top there, which we'll do this time. Copy and paste, and there we have the two of these. Now I'm going to select the both of them, so it's just these two that we're selecting, and I'm going to hit the align tool, and I'm going to align them that way, and I'm going to align them that way, and I'm going to align them with the top, and there we have our two circles perfectly aligned. I'm going to group them together, and as you can see, we've now made our hole. Okay, now this one I'm going to sit off to the front here. I'm going to go over to this side and I'm going to make it 10mm smaller. 70 by 70. Okay, and I'm also going to make this one 10mm smaller, so that will make this 68 and the other one 68, and we now have two smaller circles, and I'm going to select that and copy it and sit it there, and I'm going to select this one and copy it. Now I'm going to select both of these two and again hit the align tool, align it that way, align it that way, and align it to the top, and now group. Okay, so now I've got a smaller section for my maze, and so I select both of these two, go to the align tool, align that way, and you can see they are already aligned. So as you can see, once I group that, I've now got a little pathway all the way around the outside there. So I'm going to move you across to here, and I'm going to build myself another pathway. Change the size from 70 to 60 and 60 that way, and then I'm going to move up to here and I'm going to change the size of this one to 58 and 58. Oop. Copy, and I'm going to select these two again. I'm going to align them, and to the top, and group the two of those, and now we have our third. Again, hitting the align tool, align that way, align that way, and you can see they are already aligned. Again, I'm going to group, And I'm just going to continue doing this until I get right down to the middle, and I'm going to now do that very fast without talking so that you can see what is going on. Okay. Now there is my circular maze. I am going to put it inside a box, and that's the same box as we have made for the square one. So I'm going to make that 80 by 80 and 5 millimeters high. And of course we want the hole in the middle, which we're going to make 78 by 78 by 4 millimeters. And of course we're going to grip the two of those, align them perfectly and to the top so that we have a hole, and group them. And then I'm going to select the circular one and align both of those as well. Align that way, and group. And now we have the beginnings of our maze. Now of course you know to do this now you need lots of little holes put in there. I'll show you how to do one of those. I'm going to take a little hole, I'm going to make it 4 millimeters by 4 millimeters by 6 mil high. And I'm going to lift it 1 millimeter off the ground so that it doesn't go all the way through, and there we are at 1 millimeter there. 1 millimeter off the ground, perfect. Now I'm going to copy that, and I'm just going to drag it across, and I'm going to set it right about there. Okay, so for any that are running vertically or horizontally, this little square will work perfectly. I'll copy it again so I can put one in there as well. And there we have a hole between that one and that one. If I wanted to say run at an angle, I would take this and I would turn it at an angle, and I'll go 45 degrees and copy it. So now if I want one at an angle, oh, did something wrong there. Okay, and I could sit that in there like that. Now I'm just going to group all three, and so that you can see what happens. Okay, so straight away we've got our gaps between these three pieces. Now it's up to you to design just what you're going to do here, but that's how you put the holes in between them. And of course if you're going to put barriers up, it will not be a hole that you put in, it will be a little 1 millimeter wide barrier. And that's as much help as I'm going to give you with making this. I hope you have a fabulous time doing it, and we'll chat soon. See ya.